Okay, now we can start. That was my bad. At least that will save me from having to cut out the front where I don't speak, which I've been doing. Let me do this. I'll launch you. There we go. Let me double check that I turned off my autofill. Yes, I did. Don't want any repeats. Or I have to blur things. I mean, like, I like LastPass, but man, that is annoying that it, like, just auto pops up with anything that says name, being like, oh, you want to input your name, address, and stuff? So I just turn off the extension. I need to remember to turn off the extension when I stream. I mean, it's usually not a problem. So technically I did make a Druid already. Which one was it? I could just move on. I've also decided that I'm going to do one more. Did I delete it? Carry Gob? Oh, right, no, that was a companion. Herbalist. Right. Although I think I made it at level 1, yeah. But let's make a new one. Also, let's see. The reason I was going for 3 is because my thought is that like a third one should be a skill junkie. I'm actually kind of sad that in... Just opening up PDFs. That in Pathfinder 2E, bards are no longer like high skill people. I get the same number of skill ups. I think they get more trained skills, although I have to double check that. Or player part 2, monster, GM, Howl of the Wild. I don't need Dark Archives because that's old. Although I'm probably going to make the... I remember saying I'd make the Druid a Goblin, but I think it might be amusing if I make it a... Awakened. Probably like a Minotaur or something. Awakened Animal. I don't really want to do one of them. Think about a Minotaur as your large. And I wanted to make a group of smallies, because I thought that was fun. Strength, Constitution, and Flaw of Charisma. And then there's these guys. What size are you? Medium? Yeah. What is this? Claws are especially hard and can break through earth. Gain claws, armored attacks that deal 1d4 slashing. Claws are brawling group. Snows protect magic. You can evolution. Your ankle nodes can emit grounding claw spikes. Magic to hold you in place. Okay. It's like not that those were like rocket feet. But yeah, no, that makes sense now. Interesting. Okay, so they have evolutions probably as part of their... One of your nodes is adapted to a magic emitting organ. You gain one of the evolutions from your secure heritage. If you have multiple heritages, you can choose one to evolve. Growing new evolution. Each time the evolution can be for a heritage you've already evolved a different one. Continue to adapt your rigors, your environment. Continue your metaphors even as an adult. Choose one secure heritage that you don't already have. You gain the heritage and its benefits. This is an interesting race. Oh, Merfolk, there we are. I'm kind of curious. Merfolk become adventurers for all sorts of reasons, but one thing is certain: the decision to leave home, especially to go and live above the weights, is never taken lightly. Some merfolk adventure to defend their homes or forge alliances with other people. Exiles banished for crimes they might or might not have committed. And of course, some merfolk are just curious about the surface world. Merfolk come from all kinds of backgrounds. Adventurous merfolk might come into the artisan guards earlier. With their affinity for magic, many merfolk become wizards, witches, or magi. Less magical inclined merfolk are more likely to become fighters, or occasionally rangers bonded with sharks or other sea life. Deep sea. Interesting. Is that one of the races? Sailfish. Merfolk with the open seas. Your tail is patterned in silver tuna. Reefs, sailfish. Abyssal, that's it. Be the far, but at the surface, your fish tail might resemble a viperfish or anglerfish, and you might have luminous eyes or translucent skin. Merfolk have an uncanny reputation, but they can exist in even the most lightless realms. Gain dark vision and are immune to the crushing pressure of the ocean depths. Aquatic grace. You'll roll a success on saving throw against water effect. You get a critical success instead. You can see in dim light as though it were bright light, so you ignore the concealed condition due to dim light. Your body requires you to return to aquatic environment at least once in a 24-hour period after the first 24 hours. -1 status penalty to fortitude saves. After 48 hours, you struggle to breathe air and begin to suffocate until return to water. Yeah. You really need to have a clear option for merfolk. Jeez, I cannot say that word. Clear adventure where you're going to be closer to water. This is a weird picture because, like, it would work if there's, like, a water line right here. But because of the way that it's like, made, it doesn't. So now it just looks like he's planking, like, on the ground. It's weird. You're familiar with the basic spells that most educated folk know. Once per day, you can cast either Create Water or Hydraulic Push at first rank primal innate spell. Each time you cast Create Water, you choose to create fresh or salt. You're always ready to help those wandering in the water. Your allies start their turn within 30 feet of you. Same body of water. For some speed until the end of the turn. Allies affected by guidance also critical failure. I thought to swim, they get a failure instead. Yeah. There's not much you can do at first level. Oh, Strong Tail, there it is. Gotten surprisingly good at moving around on land. Your tail is unusually muscular and lets you hop or slither on land at a modest speed. You get a 15-foot. Yeah. So, yeah, more folk have issues before level 5. When you can either get Strong Tail or Apprentice Sea Witch. And you'd probably almost need this one first so you can do Create Water if you don't have a class that can do that. Interesting. You got centaurs who are large. I would guess yes. Freaking animals, though, are... Your ancestry hit points depends on your size. You choose C below 6 if you're tiny or small, 8 if you're medium, or 10 if you're large. Yeah. Tiny, small, medium, or large. This is the one way I know to play a tiny creature. It makes sense that they won't let you choose huge. Even though in theory you could be an awakened elephant. You should be huge, but... Infants can be modified in awakened form. Lowlands creatures like snakes might need extra accommodations to work when talking to the GM. An awakened animal, talk to the specific type of animal, yeah. I'm thinking awakened animal. If I want to make this the Druid or whatever the 4th class is. What should the 4th class be? I should figure that out too. I think it should be an upfront class. Probably something that's more damage dealy, like a fighter or a ranger. Rogue could also work. They have sneak attack in this game, right? I'd be very surprised if they did not. Yes. Okay. Striker creature that has the off-guard condition with an agile or finesse melee weapon. Agile or finesse armed attack, a ranged weapon attack, or ranged unarmed attack. You've done extra 26 precision damage for a ranged attack with a thrown melee weapon. That weapon must also be agile finesse. As your rogue increases, so does the number of damage dice for your sneak attack. Increase the number by 1. Yeah, so they do have sneak attack, which is good. That's a kind of striker. I would think a ranger. I haven't seen a ranger, and they're up front. They're definitely more of an upfront class in this game, which is interesting. They get 10 HP, which is the highest, I think. Actually, what do barbarians get? Barbarians might get 12. There's always the point where barbarians get just more. 12, okay, yeah. So they are the best. What do champions get? They get 10, right? Yeah. Yeah, so everyone else literally gets 10. I think monks get 10. Their frontline class, yeah. Oracles probably get 8. Yeah. Sorcerers get 6. Swashbuckler also could be a fun one to play. I have 10. thinking Ranger or Swashbuckler for the 4th class. And that's the one that's probably going to be the animal. I could do a different thing too. I know I did a goblin, or a kobold, a colo, and a goblin originally. I could do a rat folk though. No, I think goblin's funnier. A goblin druid is funnier, and then I'll probably do a beast folk ranger, or I think a beast folk swashbuckler, or sorry, awakened animal swashbuckler is more amusing. I'm not familiar with the swashbuckler though. I know it's basically like a combat bard, somewhere between a rogue and a bard normally. You accomplish something. Care much about the way you accomplish something as whether you actually accomplish it in the first place. Whether you perform an action in a particular style, you can leverage this moment of verve to perform spectacular deadly maneuvers. Your heightened state of flair is called panache. You gain panache before any actions that have the bravado trait, tumble through, and additional actions determined by your swashbuckler style. You gain the bravado trait when you use them. The GM might determine that a check to perform a particularly daring action, such as swinging on a chandelier or sliding down a drapery, can gain bravado as a trait. These checks typically involve at least a single action and a non-trivial DC. Normally, you gain and use panache only in combat encounters. When an encounter ends, you lose panache. Powerful finisher actions include Confident Finisher, can be used only while you have panache, and cause you to lose your panache. You get an elegant finishing attack you can make when you have panache. Finisher trait is described on page 163. You get the comps for finisher action. (163) finisher. Finishers are spectacular finishing moves that use your panache. Finishers can be used only with weapons that deal additional damage with precise strike, agile, finesse, melee weapons, or random attacks for most swashbucklers. You can use the finisher only if you have panache, and you lose your panache immediately after performing a finisher. Once you use a finisher, you can't use an action that has the attack trait for the rest of your turn. Finisher actions also grant an effect on a failure. Effects added on a failure don't apply on a critical failure. If your finisher action succeeds, you can still choose to apply the failed effect instead. For example, you might do this when the attack does no damage due to its resistance. You'll have your price damage. Make an incredibly graceful attack, piercing your foe's defenses. Make a strike with the following failure effect. You deal half your precise damage to the target. This damage type is that of the weapon or the unarmed attack you used for the strike. Okay, so instead of failing, I see how this works. So basically, finishers are attacks that have a failure instead of just being success. Because most things are miss, failure, and crit failures do nothing. But now you have something on a failure, but instead you only have problems with a crit failure. Interesting. Just kind of curious about finishers and bravado. Here we are. Make a calculated attack without letting down your guard. Make a melee strike with the following effect. You step as a free action. Okay, so you can always downgrade a success to a failure on purpose, or can you just do it, or can you do it on a critical as well? Finishers also grant effects on failure. Effects on a failure don't apply on a critical failure. If your finisher action succeeds, you can still choose to... Yeah, okay. action of the trait, grant panache. There's all the check involved. If you succeed at the check on bravado action, gain panache, and if you fail, but not critically fail the check, you gain panache only until the end of your next turn. These effects can be applied even if the action had no other effect due to the failure or a creature's immunity. Got it. Okay, so basically you only have to succeed on one bravado action to gain panache, but it's lost on a finisher. So you have to do another bravado to get another one. Only do one flourish per round, and you can also only do one finisher. Finisher only if you have panache. You lose your panache immediately after performing a finisher. Once you use a finisher, you can't use action as the attack trait. So you can't. Okay, so I get why it's called a finisher. It's a finish. It's basically like attack, finisher is the idea. Or finisher, step back, you know? So it's like you have options. But the idea is it's the last attack. Check with flash attack, leave target bounce, make a melee strike. If you hit and deal damage, target's off guard until the end of your next turn. So like retreating finisher is like, I go for an attack, but if I fail, I can take a step back. Yeah, you're an interesting class. I don't see a lot of bravado. Oh, there's another bravado at level 6. On level 4, leading dance. Sweep into foe. So what's the tumble through? Yeah, so you don't get any at first or second. You do start with 1, though. I saw it earlier. You also get 1 at third. Enemy within your reach critically fails on a strike against you. You take advantage of an opening from your enemy, fumbled attack. You either make a melee strike against the triggered enemy, or attempt to disarm if the weapon is used for a strike. Disarmament of the weapon used for a strike. Tumble through an additional action to determine their style and gain the Vod of trait when you use them. Oh, Swashbuckler's style. That's what. Okay. Kind of art. You command foes' attention with mesmerizing motions. You are trained in performance. Gain the fascinating performance skill feat when you perform. The action gains the bravado trait. You boast taunt, psychologically needle. When you demoralize an action, gains bravado trait. I see how this works. You're trained in deception. When you create a distraction or feint, the action gains the bravado trait. You're trained in athletics. When you grapple, riposte, shove, or trip, the action gains the bravado trait. You're trained in gain the dirty feat general feat. When you use dirty tricks, the action gains bravado wit. You're trained in diplomacy and gain the Bon Mot skill feat. Use Bon Mot, the action gains the bravado trait. Okay, I see. So you do get a chunk of bravado stuff, plus tumble through. Which I think is probably just a way to move through an opponent's square. If I remember correctly. Interesting. Let's look at the Ranger. I was planning to make the Druid, but I'll get there. I'm just curious about making a 4th character, because I really should do 4. I know they get hunt prey, you designate a creature, their single target strike, +2 bonus to perception when you seek your prey, +2 advance to survival checks when you track your prey, and penalty for making range attacks with your second range increment against prey. You can have only one designated to your prey. If you use hunt prey creature, you already creature designated prey is lost. Yeah, it's one action thing that gives you bonuses. Yeah, hunting edge, flurry. You're trained to unleash a devastating flurry of attacks upon your prey. Your multiple attack penalty for attacks against your hunted prey is -3, -2 with the agile weapon. And your second attack is -5 and -6, -5 and -6, and your third or subsequent attacks instead of -10. Okay, so yeah, you can attack multiple times a lot better. You're talented at outwitting your prey. You can pull some string opponents AC against your prey. Deception checks, intimidate, stealth. You have trained to aim. This time you hit a hunted prey around, you also gain 1 precision damage. If a creature lacks vital organs or weak points. Level, do an extra 2d8. Yeah, so basically just you do more damage. And you go to the bathroom, so I'm going to take a break. Okay. Come on, Snaz. It's the name of the program I use for the timer. And Snaz. Yeah, I'll do 10 minutes. Okay, I'll be back. Back early. Just like how quiet this song is. No, there's no song. Okay, it probably just has one of those like really quiet finishers. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Just getting back to work. So, yeah, I think a ranger would be a fun 4th option. Or swashbuckler. They both kind of have the same final point, but one of them also. But I feel like yeah, there's more naturey stuff. I think I'll do swashbuckler. I think that'll be more interesting. Okay, so let's make a druid then. Yeah, especially since I already have a druid for the naturey stuff. So goblin druid. Also make what is it? I'm doing good. I'm preparing for some potential future game running by just learning Pathfinder better by practicing. First, I'm practicing making characters, then once I make those characters, I'm going to practice combat. And then after that, I'll finish prepping the game, and then I'll find players and run. And I decide this will be an Awakened. Something small. Something funny. Cat would be tiny. Dog would probably be small. I feel like a sheep would be medium. Sheep are pretty big. Let's look at monsters. You know what? One of them's hyenas. Dawns are large. Hyenas are medium. Giant ants are medium. That's a robot thing. Construct. That's what they're called. There we go. They're celestials? Are these supposed to be like fairies? I was actually curious about this. I think we mentioned it during discussing tabletop yesterday. Zetas are manifestation of freedom and unstirring joy. Kindly. Okay, no, they are celestials. Okay, so they're more manifestations of something. I thought they'd be. Well, no. Born good dreams, hurtful wishes, or about a world to reside in unimaginable wilds of Elysium. Okay, Elysium is. Got it. Okay. Boars are medium. Flash beetle. Oh yeah, those guys. Leopard, lion, tiger. Smilodon. Look at that smile. Waddle, I think, are... Okay, they're beasts, but they're not animals. Crocodiles are large. Alligators would probably be medium. Dogs... Yeah, normal dog is small. Eagle? No, an eagle's small. That'd be an amusing one, actually. An eagle swashbuckler. Sounds amusing. Flying, your animal can take flight for long sustained bursts, such as an eagle, bat, bee, or flying squirrel. This way can process has disrupted your ability to fly as freely as you once did. What used to be an automatic process now one that must be applied to some thought until it become automatic once again. You can still slow your descent, so you take no damage from falling, regardless of the distance you fall. Most flying awakened animals choose to take flight. It's necessary for you at first level to regain limited ability to fly. Land speed 20. Particularly beak, claw, jaw, talon, or wing. Honestly, yeah, I think I'll probably do that one. Oh gosh, what are they called? What are they called? Secretary Bird. Yep. How big are they? I'd put that at small. Yeah, because I think it says an eagle small, and so it's about the same. It's a little bit bigger than an eagle. Definitely still small. Secretary Bird would be amusing, and I could totally see that being a thing. I'm gonna do Awakened Secretary Bird. Class Swashbuckler. Okay, now let's do the Druid. Druid, I did Root Worker, so I was originally working on all three. Root Worker. Please load. There we go. Did I do your attributes? I did. Okay. I'll close you for now. Intelligence and Wisdom. Yeah, so I already did the attribute part, but now I need the skill, which is Occultism, Herbalism Lore. Why did this stop working? Like, I have to click it back and forth like twice for it to work. I'm actually curious, does the book talk about lore skills? I'm actually curious what it says about them. And like what skills they encompass. I feel like it's usually intelligence, but I'm curious what it has to say about it. Skill actions, skill modifiers. Parts of skill penalty. That penalty is applied to the creature's strength and dexterity-based skill checks and skill DCs unless the action has the attack trait. Check penalties from armor. Detailed, yeah. Although, they get removed if you have the appropriate strength. Which is that whole thing, which basically just turns into a requirement because no one's ever going to wear armor that they don't have the strength for. Yeah, income. Okay, this whole thing about lore. Skills, lore. Yeah, lore is int by default. Lore features many subcategories. You may have military lore, sailing lore, vampire lore, or any similar subcategory of the skill. Each subcategory counts as its own skill, so applying a skill increases the planar lore when increase your proficiency with sailing lore, for example. Most backgrounds make you trained in a specific subcategory of lore. The GM determines what other subcategories they'll allow as the lore skill, though these categories are always less broad than that of the other skills that allow you to recall knowledge, and they should never be able to take the place of another skill. Recall knowledge skills recall knowledge action. You can choose magic lore to recall breadth of knowledge covered by arcana nature cultism. Or choose adventuring lore to give you all the information an adventurer needs, or choose planar lore to give all the information about but across various skills and subcategories such as heaven lore. For making a check, and multiple subcategories of lore could apply, or a non-lore skill could apply. You can use whichever skill you prefer. If there's any doubt whether the lore skill applies to a specific topic action, the GM decides whether it can be used or not. Even if you're untrained in lore, you can use it to recall knowledge. Yeah. Lots of lore. Okay. Root magic skill feat. Root magic. I just put them in the bonus feats. Not sure that's necessary. Okay. Let's go Druid. This is generally a little bit easier. I decided for this one, I know I made like a Beast Tamer one last time, but this one I think would be better to do a more supportive one. Get Untamed Form. Storm, I feel like would be one of the better ones. It depends on what can each one get. Druid. Yeah, this is going to be easier in the book. Yeah, Animal Order for Animal Companion. I do find it funny that you can play a Leshy, and you can also get like a Leshy Familiar. Call has more tenuous connections to its plant body than fully independent Leshy. So it is tiny in size like other familiars. Okay. So you get a familiar or a companion. I see. You do not take responsibility to range spell attacks or perception caused by weather. Yeah, Untamed Form though. So I'm not making a frontline. Druids are actually, in my opinion, one of the more versatile classes. Because you can go support, offense, ranged offense, melee offense. I don't think you can go as easily into defense, but at least outside of what you can get with just the fact you can get, up close and personal stuff. but they are still first and foremost a caster. Okay, untamed form control. Take an alternate shape for a long period of time. If your next action is to cast untamed form, the spell rank is 2 lower. Normal minimum first rank, but you can remain transformed up to 1 hour. Or the duration, whichever is longer. You can still dismiss untamed form as normal, unless you're familiar secrets. Verdant Burst. Okay, yeah, Leaf Familiar seems to be the most support-based, so I'll probably do Order of Leaf. Which does remind me. That I should have this as an option. I'm just curious how this shows up. Okay. And this is feature. I don't really bother adding spellcasting. Oh, right. Druids are annoying because of the fact that they're prepared spellcasters. Meaning I basically have to put every spell on the list. Or they're prepared. They're one of the two I have everything prepared spellcasters that, Druids and Clerics. Two annoying ones where you have a bajillion spells to choose from. Because you have all of them. At least all the common ones. That's not how you spell shield. No. I can't type today. Okay, so they get shield block. Probably going to be plant empathy. Animal empathy. Oh, druids or rangers apparently get it too. Ask questions, receive answers. Animals. Communicate, ruin shield. We can ask questions and receive answers from, and use diplomacy skill with plants and fungus. Yeah, plant empathy. Wild song is melodic tone. Sweet tongue. Alphabetical follows fractals and spirals. Original chambers. Snowflake crystal. Featuring wild song to Druid is anthema. Some oil put in. Also put it in as a language. Wild Sun. No. Wild Song. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. Druids are pretty simple. Seems. I mean, stuff to the ancestry stuff. Let's do, okay, so 2 plus 1 skill, rare, druidic order, nature. And then 2 plus your intelligence, which is 1. So I get 3 more. Survival. I'll do stealth for you, actually. You're gonna be goblin. That's survival. Oh, sorry, stealth. This seems low. Why does this feel low? Uh, 2 from ancestry, 2 from background, 4 from class, and then 5 from class. Okay. But yeah, okay, that's why. I think I'm missing the one from class, which would be Wisdom. Might you get 4 extra? Yeah. Additionally, you get from your class at first level, you have 4 free boosts. You can't get something above 4 at first level, so in theory... you should get something else. And I had to get intelligence or wisdom. Druids get medium armor? Medium, yeah. What strength score is required for medium armor? Might be worth getting a point in strength. Okay, so you need a 2 in strength. Get that +3 bonus. So this should be... what? There you go. Yeah, 2, 2, 1, 4. So I should have 9 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, no, never mind. I have too much. Is it worth... I mean, hide is worthwhile for a dex cap of +2. But I feel like in the long run, this character will want... Realistically... Alright. Leather can get you up to +5, so it can start a leather and chain shirt. It seems that everything really just gets you to a +5. Light and medium wear can get you to a +5. Padded is obviously a +4. Leather's +5. Stud leather's +5. Chain shirt is +5. Medium is also +5s. And then heavy is +6. Heavy armor is the best, but obviously not everyone can get it. But light and medium are basically the same. Medium requires you to have strength. Light does not. I would think starting with studded leather might actually be the best. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 boosts. 1 there. I can get a +3 dex. Druids have decent health at 8. I think goblins have 6. I think a con of 1 is fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do a strength of 1. Actually, wait. It's not going to matter, because I am going to get 1 attribute set. Meaning I can go 19. 14. 18. So I should have a total of 9 plus 4, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing 1. Okay. 2, 2, 1, 5. 4, 4. 8, 13. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I'm not missing 1 because that's where the last one went. That's why something felt odd. Yeah, because technically getting this one up by 1, getting up by half is one of them. So. But this makes my character survivable, moderately. Intelligent. but also dexterous. Let's add the obvious leather armor. I don't know why this is happening. And you also get a shield. Let's do that. Spells, rules. Items. I don't think druids... Well, let me check. I'm gonna check the anthemas real fast. Kill an animal. No wanton cruelty to plants. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's literally nothing in Druid that says it's an anthema to use metal equipment. Just gonna look at shields real fast. I mean, the only difference is... Honestly, it might be better to get a wooden shield, because I think there's a cantrip of some kind that allows you to repair wooden things. But they offer the same defense. How does attacking a shield work? Whenever a shield takes damage, the amount of damage it takes is reduced by this amount. The number is particularly relevant for shields because of the shield block feat. Hardness appearing 269. Hit points and broken threshold. Yeah. Okay, so I need to go and look at the shield bash feat. Sorry, shield block feat. You have your shields raise. You snap shield in place to ward off a blow. Shield prevents you from taking an amount of damage up to the shield's hardness. You and the shield take any remaining damage, possibly breaking or destroying the shield. Okay. playing the game. Actions. Basic actions. Where's Raise Shield? Ah, there it is. When you have a raised shield, you gain its listed circumstance bonus to AC. Your shield remains raised until the start of your next turn. Yeah. So basically, you get the AC by using the raised shield action, and then you can use a reaction to reduce damage if they hit. That's actually not a bad way of handling it. That means you can even reduce damage. No. I might as well go for wooden, though. I can't spell shield today. Nothing particularly good at it on a normal day, but the word shield just... my brain doesn't like it. I don't like the I before E in that case. I always want to do E before I. Okay, let's do the proficiencies now. I passed it, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. I did my skills. Right? Actually, I should do my race stuff. Race will affect skills. I was gonna go Gabo. Not to be confused with a Hobbo Gabo. Yep, 6. I was right about that. Size small. Traits. Goblin humanoid. Dark vision. Fire resistance equal to half your level. Check to remove persistent fire damage. DC is 10 instead of DC 15, which is reduced to DC 5 if another creature taking an action to help. +2 against saving throws against afflictions, against gaining sickened condition, and removing sickened condition. No success on fortitude save affected by this bonus. You get a critical success instead. But only if you ingested this still. You are acclimatized to living in frigid lands, skin ranging from sky blue to navy in color, as well as blue fur. You gain cold resistance equal to half your level. Treat environmental cold as if they were 1 step or less. Extreme. Unbreakable. Will bounce back from injury. Skull. You gain 10 hit points from your ancestry instead of 6. When you fall, reduce falling damage. So you'd fall in half the distance. Not bad. I think Snow Goblin. This seems more interesting. Some cold resistance. I think the more hit points is better for the generic type of tests I'm running. But, I don't know, I just found that more amusing. Okay, feats are always easier in the book. At least for deciding. Burn it. Spells sometimes they deal fire damage, gain a status bonus to damage equal to half of the spell's rank or 1/4 of the item's level. Gain +1 status bonus to any persistent fire damage you deal. Could be good. Just pick up the ignition cantrip. This one does subsist. Take advantage of your ally's movement to adjust your position. You step. Not bad. Goblin Song. Weapon familiarity. Access to all uncommon weapons with the goblin trait. What are goblin trait weapons? Horse chopper. That it? Other uncommon simple weapons? Dwarf, monk. A horse chopper. Seems to be the horse chopper. Ah, dog slicer as well. Which is a sword. Horse chopper, which is a polearm. Crude makeshift blade often has holes drilled into it to reduce its weight. Favorite from goblins. Created by goblins to battle horses, this weapon is essentially a long shaft ended in a blade with a large hook. Polearm, Doesn't move 5 feet in direction of your choice. Force movement. And sword, which is off balance by your next attack. Off guard. I mean, is it worth a feat to gain access to one of these? I mean, the idea of reach is nice, but I don't... This is gonna be a spellcaster one, so it's not really worth it. Why did I even bother with all of this? Let's go back to the Gabo. Gabo feats. Use crafting skill to craft. You can make level 0 item, including weapons and armor, out of junk. Reduce the price 1/4 unusual amount, but also roll in shoddy items. Shoddy items normally give a penalty, but you don't take the penalty while using shoddy items yourself. Also incorporate junk to save money while you craft any item. This grants you a discount on the items, as if you had spent one additional day working to reduce the cost, but the item's obviously made of junk. It's your discretion. You might affect the time's resale value depending on the buyer's taste. Rough Riders, especially good at riding traditional goblin mounts. If you don't meet the prerequisites, you can plus something of nature, you command an animal, goblin dog, or wolf mount. Gain a wolf as an animal companion. Against the mount special ability, you gain an ability that grants you an animal companion with the mount special ability. You can choose a wolf. You pay attention to your shadows. Full advantage of this. You can move 5 feet farther when taking the sneak action up to your speed. In addition, as long as you continue to sneak and succeed at your stealth, you don't become observed if you don't have cover or greater. Yeah, very sneaky, I think, is good. Very sneaky. Now for level 5. Kneecap, Loud Singer, Vandal. Knack for breaking and dismantling things, putting them back together. You become trained in Thievery. If you would automatically become trained in Thievery, you instead become trained in the skill of your choice. In addition to when you hit with a strike against a trap or an unintended object, the first 5 points of the object's hardness. Okay, so that won't work against shields. It's unattended objects is the idea. But I like it. So my goblin would also be like my trap specialist. I mean, I could also do a goblin song. The performance check can affect up to 2 targets in the range if you have X proficiency, if you have master, 4 if you have master, and 8 if you have legendary. The target takes a -1 status penalty perception. But yeah, performance is charisma, so you could also get Goblin Scuttle. Goblin Scuttle is nice. It's a nice way to get away. Well, my character is actually defensive enough. Yeah, let's do Vandal. Here, did that give me... Oh, it did. Cool. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I just added them here. Oh yeah, I need to go through and do weapon training. Class DC, trained, obviously. Wisdom. Already marked it. Speed. Actually, what is Goblin speed? $25, okay. Look at, defense. Expert and will. And then trained in the other ones. What did I get from my order? Is that what I got a cold? Order skill diplomacy. But hey, why did I pick occultism? So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skills right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Six. Seven. Because it's 1 skill. Oh, wait. I think I know where I got occultism from. Hold on. That's where I got occultism from. Yeah, that's where I got occultism from. Okay, so let's replace survival with occultism. Okay. Skill feats into general feat. I did my saves. Class DC should be trained. Let's go and see if I got any increases. I doubt it. Druid feat. Yeah. I also need my class feats, yeah. Oh, perception goes to expert. I also forgot to input my base. Oh, there we are. I also forgot you. Which is just trained, I think. Trained in simple and unarmed. So 1 skill increase. No, 2. Because 3 and 5. I like the idea of going survival. Would have gotten thievery at 5th level. Medicine would be a good one. Go with nature. I got the Leshy Familiar for free, right? It's my order. Yeah, Leshy Familiar. Just got that for free. Just want to note that's a feature. Also got the Druid feats. I get 3 first, 4th, first, second, and 4th. Pick up animal empathy if I want that as well. What's the range of heal? Also, I get heal, right? Let me look at primal spells. I'll be getting there soon anyway. Oh, okay, I do get heal. It's, oh yeah, first. That makes sense. No, it's a burst. Two actions. Spell has a range of 30 feet. And 30-foot emanation. Okay. So range would matter for the 2-action version. Aye. I'm not sure what issue I could help you with. Anyway. I didn't... Ah. Oh, okay, so you can't do... You know what? It just says if the next action you use is to cast a spell. Does that mean you can do it at the end of a turn and then cast like a heal next turn? That was weird. Anyway. Not sure what that person was all about. They're still around, but I'm not sure what they want. Imprinting it with the potential of a single level 0 weapon. You're training mechanical parts or metal components. When holding the imprinted seed, you use interact action to cause it to immediately grow into the weapon. Form, verdant weapon can be etched with runes or fixed with talisman. You prepare a second. Your first verdant seed immediately becomes a mundane seed. Any runes for your seed transfer to the new seed at no cost, but battle runes are suppressed. Vine whip or another weapon. Probably not. I already have less you familiar in plant empathy. I could do like animal empathy. Verdant weapon doesn't sound useful. Widen spell and reach spell are probably the ones I want, but I'm not sure which one. Probably reach. I can do fourth. Or second and then a fourth. Replace ability prepared in one of your druid spell slots with a summon animal or summon plant or fungus spell of the same rank. And it's familiar. You infuse your familiar with additional primal energy, increasing its abilities. You can select 4 familiar or mastery. I think I'll probably end up doing that one, but you learn secrets of another druidic order. The order requires you gaining access to its secrets. Choose any order within your own. You gain first level feat listed in the order as a prerequisite. You now remember the order for the purpose of meeting feat prerequisites. If you commit acts anathema to order, you lose all feats. Bring that order, but you train your druid feats and abilities. You don't gain any other benefits from the order you choose. You pay this feat multiple times, each time you choose a different order. So you don't gain the spell and you just gain the feat. Not bad. If I wanted to have an animal familiar and... but I'd rather do... Let's do enhanced familiar. Oh, they're gone now. One more feat. Elemental summons. I don't find those worthwhile. You can always find a path. Doing a different region caused by plants and fungi such as bushes, vines, undergrowth. Unless you familiar secrets. The Leaf Order secrets allow your familiar to take advantage of the Leshy form. You can select one additional familiar ability each day. Do the following Leshy abilities. Order magic. You have to delve deeper into the teaching of a new order, gain access to coveted order spell. Choose an order you have selected with Order Explorer. You gain the initial order spell from that order. Snowdrift spell, Storm Order. Can't get that one. Let's just go all in on familiar. Okay. Well, I'll actually just go back here. Got feats. Skill feats this time. Okay. Die Hard, faster recovery. Feather Step isn't bad. Incredible Initiative isn't bad either, actually. Going first as a spellcaster, especially a support spellcaster, is pretty good. You can get buffs off faster. Gain another ancestry feat. I could get the step back or whatever. Yeah. Let's do Incredible Initiative as a general feat. Where is Initiative? Oh yeah, it's down here. I'm curious how this works. React more quickly than others, you can +2 seconds bonus to initiative. Yep. skill feats. Trick magic item. I need to look at that one. Because that one could actually... Examine a magic item you normally couldn't use in an effort to fool it and activate it temporarily. For example, this might allow a fighter to cast a spell from a wand, or allows her to cast a spell that's not on the arcane list using a scroll. You must know what activating the item does, or you can't attempt to trick it. Attempting a check using a skill, matching the item's magic tradition, or matching a tradition that has the spell on the list. Now, if you're trying to cast a spell from the item, relevant skills are arcane for arcane, nature for primal, occult, yeah. Or any of the four for an item that has magical trait and not a tradition trait. You activate the magic item that requires a spell attack. Spell modifier. If the magic item requires a spell attack modifier, spell DC, and you don't have the ability to cast a spell as relevant tradition, use your level as your proficiency bonus, and the highest of your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma modifiers. If you're a master of the appropriate skill for the item's tradition, you instead use the trained proficiency bonus. If you're a legendary, you instead use the expert proficiency bonus. For the current turn, you spend your action to activate the item. You can use it normally, you can't use the item, or try to trick it again this turn, but you can try again 7 turns, you can't use this item. And you can't try to trick it again until your next daily preparations. That's actually useful for using staffs of different traditions. Well, that's good to know. That might have been worth picking up on my sorcerer. Quick identification is also a good one to look at. Identify magic swiftly. You take only 1 minute when using identify magic to determine the properties of an item when going to affect our location rather than 10 minutes. Okay, so you have to be a Mac. Okay, where's recognize spell actually? Probably under R. Train the appropriate skill, tradition. Common spell, second rank or lower. You automatically identify it. You can still roll to be the critical. Highest rank spell you automatically identify increases to 4 if you're expert, 6 if you're master, and 10 if you're legendary. Let's do recognize spell. to be a master, so that's V7, so I can't get that one yet. Is it 2 and 4? Hold on, I need to look at what level you get your class features. Feet, 2nd and 4th. Okay. Yeah, so I would not have, because I got thievery at 5th. I can't get a thing for it. Let's go back here. What did I get? What spells did I increase? Oh, right, medicine and survival? Why did I do survival? No, I'm not doing survival. Why did I pick survival? I'm gonna do nature. I'm just switching. Okay. I did do medicine. Didn't I put combat medicine on the... What? Oh. Champion? Yeah, I did do battle medicine on the champion. Quick repair could be good. I also need to remember that there are more feats. Terrifying resistance. I need to see what acrobatic performer does. Incredible acrobat, evoking wonder and blah. You can roll acrobatics and perception using the perform action. If you're trained with acrobatics and perform, you gain plus and certain how acrobatic to perform. Only the perform action, though. I don't think this would work on something like Goblin or Goblin Song. That's what I was wondering about. Assured identification. I want to look at that. Interesting. And you look at how that pairs with recognize spell. Okay, so you can't get a critical failure on something like recognize spell. Honestly, it's kind of worth it. It's called what? Assured identification. I think that's better on people who can counteract things. I'll figure it out. I can change things as I'm testing, and if I realize, oh, this doesn't work, I can change it. But that'll help me know in the future. So I need to figure out familiars. Animal staff? Honestly, animal staff would probably be a good one. So what rodent staff does. No, it's level 6 though. Staff of healing. It's also a good idea. You know what? Yeah. I'm not gonna go through the Adventures Pack stuff. I have it. Who cares? Spells. So the annoying thing about spells is that there's just a lot. And I technically get them all. I'm just trained, right? I didn't get a boost. Oh, did I increase my reflex proficiency? Nope. Yeah. Oh, and fortitude increased to expert. And expert perception, which I have. Spells. Trained in primal. Prepared caster. Cantrip level. Three. 5 cantrips. And at 5th level, it's 3. 3, 3, 2. Can I re-prepare cantrips? Or do I pick them and they're set? I know wizards and witches can re-prepare cantrips. Doesn't use spell slot. Cast reveal. A cantrip is always automatically heightened. Should equal the highest rank or spell slot you have. For example, for soldier. Spells, aim for 5 each morning. Okay, so you can re-prepare them each morning. This is actually supposed to be number of cantrips. I think I screwed that up on the sorcerer. Oh well. Why do I have spout? It really fails. Okay. Well, I don't know why this is here. Also, I'm not sure that's a cantrip. I also technically get them all. Right. Oh, yeah, you go away. Electric arc. I just know there's a sort button. Gouging. That's how you spell gouging. There's no H in gouging. Ignition. Just gonna put that on there twice, because I know how that spell works. Know the way. Did light. Press did digitation. Why did I spell that in full? Because I wanted to. Read aura. Sigil. Stable. Stable. Tangleline. Lash. Now, the other thing I need to do is primal. Primal spells. I want the primal spells that's 2 player core 2. Gale. Live wire. Puff. Poison. Puff the magic dragon. Scatter. Guess I need spout in here anyway. Gotta love divine casters. Chilling. Let in. Mud. Noxious. Nope, noxious vapors. Protector. How does heightening spells work? You control the slots of stronger versions of lowering spells. The increase the spell's rank, heighten it to match the spell slot. Yeah, so you can always heighten. Wait a second. I can just minimize this? I don't have to constantly open and close it? That's good to know. Let's go dismantle. Final. Fungal. Reaper. Sudden. Vomit. Web. Animal. Animal vision. Crashing. Wave. Curse of Lost Time. Familiar face. Threefold. Got all those. What? Air bubble. Alright, if you do one word, it doesn't work. Alarm. One of those were... Hold on. Rare or uncommon, were they? I was not paying attention. No. Actually, I'm not sure it says here. So let's look in here. Just kind of giving my neck a bit of a stretch. Okay. So arcane, cult, primal. It would say here if they are. Really? You don't have any rare or common spells? I'm just going to speed through this to see if I see that orange or yellow or blue color. Drop dead. There's one. Ghostly Tragedy. So it makes sense I didn't see them on Primal. Yep. No Primal spells. Or no rare primal spells. Now where did I leave off? Alarm. Fire. Charm. Cleanse. Oh, I just realized. Things with height need to have multiple spells, which is not fun. You know what? I'll finish this another time. Spells aren't important enough. Also, how long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. I should probably stop. Not like I have anything else to do today, though. I actually plan to relax today. This is longer than I normally go on Sundays. Yeah, let's end. Thank you all very much for watching. If you liked, you can follow. If you really liked, you can subscribe. If you need more convincing, you can watch my VODs on YouTube. And if you're there, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. If you want to catch me another time, I will be here. My schedule is Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays at 7:30 p.m. PDT, and Saturday, Sundays, 10:30 a.m. PDT. So I'll catch you at one of those times. Bye-bye.